Hi everyone, it's Eric from ecartman12.blogspot.com, and something a little different for you today. I'll be giving you a desk tour and an insight as to how I make my YouTube videos. Now, this section of the video is being recorded with my HTC Desire S because I wanted to show you what camera I use to record my videos. Here it is the Panasonic SD90, and you will have seen me unbox this on my channel. You can see it's a little tripod, little clippy thing right here, so this way I don't have to keep spinning this onto my camera. I could just attach it onto the tripod very quickly. So yes, this is where I put my camera, and this is what has been bringing you my YouTube videos the past few months. It is a fantastic camera, the picture quality is great, and what I really enjoy about this is that it has an external microphone input, which is inside the camera. So I've been experimenting with different microphones, and I currently own two, which I'm really pleased with, and I'll show you that throughout the desk tour video. Now I'm going to stop this part of the recording, and I'm going to switch over to my Panasonic SD90. Okay, so I've now switched to my Panasonic SD90, and this is the top part of my desk. Now, over there, that rack is basically some personal private stuff, so I'm just going to move away from that and come to my tech and gadgets part of the desk. Okay, so let's start off with what's right over here. Now, over here is basically a charger for the studio lights that I use. Okay, so inside you obviously get the plug and all that sort of stuff to connect it and charge it. So this is basically it. You've got a little screen over there which indicates how much of the battery is charged, and you can open up this little compartment, which I'll do right over here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so in here you basically stick the rechargeable batteries in here, close it up, connect it via that USB and a 3-pin UK plug, and then you can charge it, and that indicator tells you how much of the batteries have been charging. Okay, so that's what's in this box. And over here are my studio lights. Comes in a plain white box, so therefore you don't pay extra for the retail packaging. And in here, I've sort of been messing around and putting my own stuff in here a little bit as well. So here is a Sony clone stereo microphone that I showed you in my Panasonic SD90 unboxing video. And this basically will cost you around about £2.70. They're originally about £30 to £50 from Sony, but these are cheap Chinese copies, and these will only cost you, like I said, about £2.70. And that came with this free cable, so I could connect it to my computer and use it on my computer as well as my camcorder. Over here, this is where the rechargeable batteries came in, but I was using, before the rechargeables arrived, I was using these regular Panasonic AA batteries, so they haven't completely run out yet, so I just put them inside here so I can use these when I charge my other batteries in the future. Here's a hot shoe or cold shoe mount. I attached this to my Panasonic SD90 so I can attach my studio lights onto it, and you could also attach a microphone, like I think the Rode video mic onto something like this as well. This basically just allows you to connect sort of many of these little studio lights that you can see at the back over there, many of these onto this, so you can connect loads of them all at once, without having to attach loads of them onto your camera. So here's the studio light. Let's take that out. So here it is. Very small, but it produces very bright light. Now let's show you the back. You can push these two tabs in, then it reveals the batteries inside there, which is two rechargeables. And here's the on and off and low and high button. On and off turns on the studio lights, so as you can see, very, very bright lights. And also the low and high button that was right over there, you just press that, and as you can see, when the camera focuses on the lights, it brings more, it disables some of the LEDs and enables them if you want them full power. So that's what these are for. And Dave is actually the one that recommended these studio lights to me as well. The same with the Sony clone stereo microphone. Ugh, jump cut. Yeah, I just put the studio lights away. It's not easy doing this all with one hand. Anyway, let's move on. Behind here I have my PSP box and my Nintendo DS Lite box. Pretty self-explanatory. I own these two devices and I just kept the boxes. In case I do wish to sell them in the future, then, it's best to keep the boxes with you. But I don't have any intentions of selling them at the moment. And here I've got this little monster, Beats by Dr. Dre little case I got off eBay. And in there I've got my AJ's earphones, which don't cost as much as the Beats audio headphones, but they still do a very good job. A full review of that is on my website, and I will make a full video review soon. Here is my Nintendo DS Lite. Okay, excuse me there for the jump cut, but it's not easy doing all this stuff with one hand. There's my 3DS. The spare stylus is on top over there, as you can see. So that's the DS in there. And in here is my PSP.
just open this one as well, and as you can see, I have got these both off eBay, and they both resemble, you know, they look pretty much identical, except one's for PSP, one's for DS. Here's my PSP 3000. There's me in the camera. Hello. And here is a couple of games I put on these slots. One's Burnout Legends, the other is Star Wars The Force Unleashed. I got my mini USB to full-size USB in that compartment over there, so I can sync the data on my PSP via the computer. And over here, nothing really interesting, but when I did have the HTC Pad Transformer, it was really on a loan, and I accidentally kept the instructions. Forgot to pack those in the box as well. So nothing interesting. Just got the instructions in there. I just kept that there as a sort of a souvenir. Okay, and in the back, as you can see over there, that's just my HTC Desire S, the box for it. And this is quite interesting. I just put my iPod Touch's box inside here from when I actually opened it the first time. Here's a mini tripod. You can extend these legs. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, there we go. I just extended the legs. So it's got all three of them. I've got this little nice metal quality. This is metal, not rubber. It might look like that on the camera, but this is metal. Fantastic build quality on this. Then on this, you basically just attach this little accessory onto it. This basically fits your mobile phone onto it. It fits my iPod Touch onto it. It fits my HTC Desire S onto it. And you can attach this onto a regular tripod. You know, these regular big size tripods if you want to. These only cost me about I think it was a few pounds on eBay from Hong Kong. So that's what really is on my top side of the desk. Pretty boring, really. I got my games consoles over there, my studio lights over here, well, normally over here, and my camcorder is always over here. Oh, I almost forgot. Over here, this is another product that Dave from Geekanoids actually recommended to me. When I started getting a Panasonic SD90 and that other Sony external microphone, this was during Christmas, he suggests this. And this is basically a sort of like lapel type microphone, mini tie clip, so you could basically clip this little clip onto your shirt or collar, connect, if I can find it, there's a 3.5mm audio jack over here, as you can see. Connect that to your camera, then you can just stick that microphone onto your collar or shirt. And I did use this microphone once so far, and that is on, as you can see right over there, there's the little microphone over there and the 3.5mm audio jack. I did actually use this on my iPad 3 unboxing video for the first time. So if you haven't watched that video, please check it out and let me know what you think of the audio quality. Okay, so that's this part of the desk. Now let's go down. And nothing much over here. Just got a couple games over here which are very, very old, probably older than YouTube are. Unreal Tournament, that is a fantastic game. Monopoly Tycoon, absolutely rubbish game. And here are where I put my review products. This is the iPad 3, as you can see I'm currently reviewing that. I have the Apple logo facing this way. And the iPad 3, I'm really enjoying using that so far. And here's my iPod Touch 4th Gen. This is mine, it's not a review unit, but I thought it did look quite cool when you put it side by side next to the iPad 3. Expect a full review of the iPad 3 on my channel very soon. Ooh, these jump cuts are making me dizzy. Okay, so here's my 3DS and some games for it, which I'll get to in a minute. Here's the Kada portable speaker, which I reviewed previously. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but who cares? The company Goodcell sent me this, and as soon as they send me the link to the product page of when they actually list this on their website, I will I'll update the link for you on this review, so then you can, on the review for this speaker, then you can go ahead and purchase it if you're interested. Okay, so great portable speaker, I still love using that. And here's the box that portable speaker came in. And here is my 3DS, and I always put it on the charging dock for display purposes, and also so that way the bottom doesn't get dusty or anything. Okay, so here's my 3DS. I still really enjoy using this. Whenever I'm done with it, I always put it on this charging cradle. And over here, if we move over here, there's some 3DS and a few DS games. Okay, so Super Street Fighter 4, my first ever 3DS game. Captain America, Super Soldier, the last 3DS game I just bought recently, and not as good as I expected. Resident Evil The Mercenaries, Spider-Man Edge of Time, and let's take this one out. You do remember me doing a full in-depth review of this. That took me weeks to produce and stuff, so I really spent a lot of time on that review, so if you would like to go ahead and watch that if you haven't, I'd really appreciate it. Star Fox 64 3D, that's a great game. Dead or Alive Dimensions, another great game. And then I just got a few Nintendo DS games. Okay, so Star Wars The Clone Wars, Jedi Alliance, Ultimate Spider-Man, and Star Fox Command. Ultimate Spider-Man for the DS is one of my most favourite DS games. And over here are just some books. Harry Potter's, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. Yes, I do like reading books. Now let's show you my studio. Wow, jump cuts are the way of the future. Anyway, this is basically the little setup. It's basically a wardrobe that I basically film on. So as you can see, here's the wardrobe going all the way up, and then it does the same on the left hand side as well. So that's what it basically is. It's just a wardrobe that I'm recording off of. So say if I wanted to review, say, the iPad 3, I would just fit it into shot, have the camera on the tripod, although I'm holding it right now. I'd set the white balance, and then I just start recording. And look, the iPad's down right here. And if I want to use the iPad by putting it on, although it's in a different orientation right now, then that's what I basically do, as you can see right there. So then you can just swipe to unlock. Let's just close that down. And here it is, basically. This is how I normally tend to film my reviews. Then after that, I'm going to have to go and edit it on my computer, which is my primary computer that me, my brothers and sisters, everyone uses. So, let's get to the computer. So this is where I do my editing, and as you can see, my computer monitor is my 40-inch Samsung HD TV. And for proof, let's just go down here. And you can see over here, there is a computer. And let's just turn that on. You can see that. That's my PC right there. And on the top I've got a micro SD card reader for when I want to read some stuff from my SD cards, and also got some headset right over here, which I'll get to in a minute. And here's the keyboard I got. I can't remember which one this actually is. My dad actually bought it, and I think it cost around about £20–30, and it is very nice quality. I like the way it looks, and it also goes very well and with this TV, and it makes it all look very nice. It feels right when I'm doing video editing, when I'm trying to cut bits out and everything. So that is the keyboard. This is my computer monitor. Ugh, another jump cut. This is the computer actually turned on, and as you can see, if I go in right over here, Vegas Pro. This is the editing software I use. Okay, so I'm going to switch the camera view right now, so I can give you a brief insight as to how I edit and render my YouTube videos. Okay, so this is what it's like when I edit my video. I have the video showing up in this timeline right over here, and then I just drag it in to the timeline. This one is already complete, but I'm just going to give you an example of how it is I actually work with these. Now what I actually do at this point is I just watch the whole video and see if I make any mistakes. Okay, so I'm not going to be showing you the whole process throughout this video, but I basically just watch the whole video, and if I have any ums or anything like that, and depending how bad they are, I have to place a little small jump cut. So let's just pretend there was one right over here. So I press S to cut that part out. And then I go to the next little bit, and I press S one more time. And then this is the bit where I have some ums or ers or whatever, so I click that, delete it, then I bring this in. However, when I play it back, you're going to see there's a noticeable sort of jump cut. All of a sudden it jumps to another scene. So what I do here to resolve this and make it sort of less noticeable is I do a crossfade. Crossfade is where you basically drag one clip over the other, and as you can see, it's got this little crossfade going on over here. So I would only recommend you do 2 to 5. So that way it's like, otherwise it's like a really noticeable sort of effect, so people know you've done a jump cut there. Okay, so let's play that back. As you can see, the image looked much better right over here. So when you do crossfades, it really does help, and it really does make the video look a lot better and not make it look like it's jerky, like a lot of things are going on like that. You want to do crossfade so it seems like it's going all smooth whilst doing the video. So that's what I just do really, and then I just do color correcting, which I showed you in one of my previous videos. I showed you how I did color correcting on Sony Vegas in one of my previous videos. So I do the color correcting. I cut out any bits I do wrong, because I am still learning. I'm not a pro at this. So hopefully I'll improve, then the jump cuts will be reduced. And when I'm done with the video, what I do is I go and render it. And then I just name the file, render it. I always render it as a WMV file, because AVIs tend to be huge, and WMV, also known as Windows Movie Videos, they seem to be a decent size and very good quality. So that's what I normally do on the computer. Now, since it's the living room, people are obviously going to be coming in and out. So what I do in order to listen to my editing is, remember these headphones earlier? I put these on, and then I listen to my editing throughout. So this is how I actually do all my editing. The editing on for YouTube tech videos like mine is basically just cut parts out and then do crossfades, and at the end I do a color correcting, although that is optional, you don't have to do that, but color correcting I find does make things look a lot better. Once the video is rendered, I upload it to YouTube. So this is my desk tour and a little insight as to how I make my YouTube videos. Thank you very much for watching. This desk tour has been a part of the Geekanoids competition. I hope you enjoyed it. Please post your comments below, thumbs up the video, it really does help, and I'll see you all in the next one.